Action Africa is a long-established charity which sponsors education and contributes to one-off health and building programmes in the remote community of Nyaishozi. Every few years, the charity visits Tanzania to see how the children and projects it supports are progressing. Our work here is overseen by the Nyaishozi parish priest, Father Vitalis.
Anayeishi na kutawala nawe katika umoja wa Roho Mtakatifu. Tumesikia ni namna gani watu hasa Wayahudi walivyokuwa na mawazo juu ya watu waliokuwa wanakufa wakifikiri kwamba hawa ndio wadhambi.
Nitakuhimidi Bwana kila wakati, sifa zake zikinywani mwangu daima.
Every trip provides an opportunity to hand carry supplies which include badly needed stationery for the local school children. Delivering these much-needed provisions gives us the chance to meet the pupils who are being sponsored by the charity.
Shalom, I'm Edison. Shalom. Shalom. This is you? You're Edison?
While at Nyaishozi Primary School, it's great to see firsthand the results of our maize growing project.
Whole field here?
Yes, with the whole from there up to that the eucalyptus trees over there.
And if the whole crop was successful, how long would that be able to feed the children for lunch?
For the year.
For the year?
Yeah.
Action Africa is repeating this initiative for another year. When ground in the local mill, it provides a much-needed porridge for the children following a long walk into school.
Ija na iwe, njoo. Ija. Jeni mayogo tarabira uchimu. Anaitwa nani huyo? Angalia usiungue sasa.
Bendera ikigongwa zoezi linaahirishwa.
It is the rainy season, and although there is plenty of water, few homes or schools have the facility to capture it and store it for the dry periods. Here at the primary school, every drop is precious. Like so many remote villages around Nyaishozi, Kibagwazi suffers from many waterborne illnesses through contaminated water.
We have more than 1,700 people here. For example, there are some people also washing there.
Yeah.
The water is coming here. In the middle, there is someone also the one can take here water for drinking.
Yeah.
So the water is contaminated. Yeah.
It is exam day at Nyaishozi Secondary School, where many of the students board. Currently, classrooms have been set aside as makeshift dormitories. Lack of facilities are a growing concern for all secondary schools in the area. A new dormitory has been constructed for the girls, and Action in Africa is trying to source the funds to complete it.
How many students this is going to hold?
The standard here, the capacity is 48.
48?
Yeah.
Although there is a rainwater harvesting system with a storage tank, this is insufficient for a boarding school.
So we want to tap water from here to go to the hostel for the girls.
Nyaishozi has managed to install a borehole, and Action in Africa has provided funds to bring the water to the dormitories. Lack of water is not the only serious problem faced by schools. They also have no lighting. Classrooms are dark. This is a particularly serious issue for secondary schools where there are boarding facilities.
58 boys sleeping here, but now there's 35. 40. No, 20.
Rwanda Secondary School is on the electricity grid, but they cannot afford the bills. Action Africa has therefore funded a system of solar panelling to provide lighting for 2 classrooms.
Inside of this charger control.
The electricity generated is stored in batteries.
And this one for
Rugu, another well-run secondary school, has similar problems. The water storage tank is crumbling on the inside and is contaminated. They too have no electricity, and Action Africa has agreed to install solar panels for their classrooms as well. Besides education, the charity supports the local dispensaries. Rebecca Didas, the local midwife, explains the importance of a haemoglobin machine. What is the problem if you don't have it?
The first important, it helps us to detect early detection of abnormalities for pregnant women. During pregnant and during delivery and after delivery, it can cause death or complications.
Oh my word. This life-saving piece of equipment has been bought by Action in Africa. As well as vital medical supplies and apparatus, the local dispensaries urgently require transport. As a result, the charity has funded 3 Chinese-built motorbikes known as Picky Picks for the more remote clinics, such as here at Kibagwazi. They are invaluable for reaching isolated patients. Near Kibagwazi is the home of one of Action Africa's sponsored students, Bibiana. The family originally lived in a very primitive hut. Because of these extreme circumstances, the charity financed the construction of a new house. Due to her difficult start in life, Bibiana must resit some of her recent exams. Her headmaster feels she will do well, and Action Africa has agreed to continue to support her. Father Vitalis takes her to buy essentials for her return to school. Secondary school students are not the only children to be sponsored by the charity. Action in Africa not only finances the running of the Nyaishozi kindergarten, but sponsors students right up to vocational college. Navath and Efrat have just completed 2 vocational courses. Without having had a formal education, this has given these 2 young adults the skills to earn a living. A more recent charity initiative is the supplying of feminine hygiene kits. Are we ready? Today, the kits are being distributed to the secondary school girls at Rugu. Matron Regina explains to the girls how the kit should be used and cared for.
Kuoga tu mwili umemaliza, unapaswa kujilinda. Unapaswa kuwaje mwanamke unapokwenda mwezini? Kuna hivi hapa unachukua fungus au UTI au tunachukua angalia, alafu atakurekebishia. Sawa, unaweka ndio Kwa hiyo sisi tunachokifanya, unachukua hapa mpaka kitambaa kamekuleta unavalisha tufanye msidiane kwa ndani. Geuza, fungua. Tayari umeona shikizo hiki hapa? Unafungua, fungua. Tayari. Maana yake ukishika ile damu ile, vidole vinakuwa contaminated, ndio ambaye hajaelewa.
To show their appreciation for the course and the kits, the girls put on informal entertainment. It is through the generosity of donors that Action Africa has been able to help the community of Nyaishozi, but there is still so much more to be done.